Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, to another YouTube video. It's been a couple of days, but y'all, I am still trying to push out this content. It's very busy because of the holidays and I work in retail. But that clip that I was just showing y'all in the first little clip, that picture, those are the nails that I'm going to be recreating with this set today on my client. So y'all, this video will be an in-depth tutorial on an acrylic application and just doing acrylic nails in general. So I am going to walk you guys step by step. Right now, I'm just pushing back her cuticles with my cuticle pusher, and she is a thumb biter, so she do bite her skin around her thumbs. But I'm just going to make sure I push all her cuticles back so we can go in next with our sanding bit, and that's going to be the next clip. So I'm going to be taking my nail house sanding bits. I love them, y'all. Nail house, yes. That's all I use. But as you guys see, I'm taking my sanding bit and I'm just making sure I'm removing all of that shiny layer from her nail beds. Alright guys, I'm so sorry for the weird cut off. This is actually the next day. I already know. I don't even have to explain why it's the next day, but it's the next day. But like I said, I'm just going to take my sanding bit and I'm going to proceed to remove all of that shiny layer off of her natural nail bed. So when we do start to do her acrylic application, her retention can be more better and her acrylics will last longer than maybe just a week or 2 weeks. You always want to have good prep, so when your clients do come back next time in 2 or 3 weeks, whenever they come back, they have their nails on and then you're able to do a fill-in. I'm not saying that you want to be able to do a fill-in, but clients return back more when they know that they can keep a set on for longer than just 2 weeks or 1 week. Next, I'm going to go in with my cuticle drill bit, and then how I pushed her cuticles back in the first clip, I'm just going to remove more of her, push more of her cuticles back with just this little bit. I'm going to give you guys a zoomed in close-up version of it so you guys can kind of see what I mean. Y'all, I love these drill bits. I got them from Amazon. I'm gonna link them up here. I'm just gonna put a picture right there. I got it from Amazon. They come in a pack of 4 or 5, I think, and it ranges from the smallest to largest. I typically just use the smaller ones. Y'all, I done ordered these things over 5 times over and over again because I just like to have multiple ones. I hate using the same equipment on the same clients, even though I disinfect my tools. But now I'm gonna go in with my cuticle nipper. Y'all, I hear so much bad things about removing cuticles with this tool, but I love it. I've been using it since I first started out. Now, sometimes it could be a little harder with clients that have stubborn cuticles, but you just honestly have to take your time and be very careful with it. I don't use the typical cuticle cutters that look like scissors because I had a bad experience with that on one of my clients, and I have just not went back to those, and I'm not gonna go back no time soon. Yes, this can cut a client too, but if you know how to work with them, you should be good. Like I say, on her thumb, I was kind of struggling because her cuticle was just a little bit more stubborn on her thumb, but I knew where to stop and where to keep going. You know what I mean? It's kind of tricky like that, but once you use them more, you'll get the hang of them. And next, I'm just going to spray some alcohol on her hand, and I'm just going to proceed to dehydrate her natural bed just a little bit more. Like I told y'all, prep is key with the acrylic applications. Next, I'm going to be using these duck tips from Amazon. I call these my baby duck tips because I have a variety of duck tips. I have long, baby, and then I even make them shorter. So I just have a variety of them. But I definitely do love these duck tips. I'm going to post a picture right here. These are from Amazon. They came with little charms and stuff in the box too. Very cute. I have not used the charms yet, but they're very cute. Next, I already pre-sized her nails. So next, I'm just going to apply her nail tips to her natural nail. When doing this, y'all want to make sure that nail tip is sidewall to sidewall. You don't want the nail tip to be too big or too small. If the nail tip is too big, it just won't fit, And then if the nail tip is too small, it will pop off easily. So you definitely want it to be sidewall to sidewall because you definitely don't want no nails popping up and your client girl, do you know what you're doing? just make sure. And always make sure that they're straight too, y'all. So next I'm gonna go in with my scissors, and I'm just gonna cut some more length off because we did not want those to be too long, especially for her age. We definitely cut them down some more because I honestly felt like they were just too long for her still. So I just clipped like, just a little bit off, not too much, as you can see. And that's what I'm gonna do to her other hand, but I did her other hand off of camera. Okay, y'all. Then next I'm gonna go into pre-shaping. You definitely don't have to pre-shape every nail set that you do. I typically do because I don't know, it's a habit for me. But a lot of people say, oh, don't, in order to cut your acrylic sets or your nail sets down with time, don't pre-shape the nails, because it do take a minute. But it's such a habit for me that I do it just naturally. But like nails like this, I will definitely pre-shape, but I won't pre-shape the side walls. I'll pre-shape the surface and just the free edge, because like I said in my previous videos, duck tips are just like a weird shape in general. So you just have to honestly just be careful when shaping these nails. Alright, you guys, so next I'm going to go in with my Mia's Secret nail prep. This is just basically to dehydrate her natural nail beds just a little bit more before I start her acrylic application. And then after I apply my Mia's Secret dehydrator, I'm going to go in, I'm going to move to the next step. I'm going to let you guys watch this really quick. Like I told y'all, prep is very important to the key to a long-lasting acrylic nail set. If you want your client's nails to last long, you have to have good prep, y'all. That's just point blank period. Next, I'm going to go in with my Young Nails protein bun. You definitely, if you don't have this, you definitely want to invest in it, because it makes your client's nails last 10 times better, and it's a protein, so you can never just go wrong with protein. But I definitely live by Young Nails protein bun. After that, I am going to go in with my Mia's Secret primer extra bun. Now, I love Mia's Secret prep just in general. I don't use their monomer. I used to use their monomer in the beginning as a beginning nail tech, but I used to only use it on myself. I didn't use it on my clients, only because Mia's Secret monomer is very convenient. If you go on Amazon, you can definitely order it today and get it the next day. It's just convenient, but it's not healthy for the nails. It's MMA. It's not non-MMA, it is MMA, and you definitely don't want to put that on your client nails. I didn't realize how bad MMA was until I searched it up and did my research on it. So you definitely just want to learn about healthy things for your client's nails. Next, I'm going to go in with my acrylic application, and yes, I will be doing an in-depth tutorial on my acrylic application, or how maybe some things that I can do can be useful for beginner nail techs out there. But I definitely use two different methods with my acrylic application. I do the tapping method, which is basically once you lay the acrylic, you just tap it slowly and just basically work it down the nail bed. You don't drag. And then as you can see with my second bead, I'm just going to start off by tapping, and then I'm just going to swipe down gradually. Now, I use two different methods. The tapping method and that method, the swipe down method. I use a tapping method basically when I place my first bead, because I just want to be able to build my apex very quickly on these duck nails. But you definitely don't want to apply too much acrylic on these duck nails, because they already have a natural curve to them. So your apex won't have to be so bulky when you build your acrylic. You don't have to worry about actually building the apex on a duck nail because it's already curved. But I'm gonna go in with some more acrylic, a smaller bead, just to fill in that clear spot that my acrylic did not get to. You always want to make sure that your acrylic is sidewall to sidewall, and if it's not, girl, don't hassle yourself, or just get on yourself too much, because you can always go in with smaller beads to fill in that clear spot that you forgot. So next, guys, I'm taking my medium to small acrylic bead, and as you can see, I'm patting it at first. Pat, 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 pat. I'm trying to get my acrylic on both side walls, but for some reason, y'all, I can never win with that. So I always go back in with smaller beads. And as you can see, I start swiping down as I got to the end of my free edge, so I can try to get that excess acrylic from under the nail. You definitely don't want to have too much acrylic built under your free edge, because your free edge is supposed to be thinner than a credit card. That's what they say. But next, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start working on my apex area. As you can see, I placed that bead and I just basically started tapping it. And then after I feel like it was setting good enough, I start to swipe it down slowly. And make sure, guys, every bead that you put on your client nail, make sure you swipe the side walls too, so you won't lose the shape of your nail tip. All right, y'all, so moving on to my next nail, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing, but I already placed my free edge bead. Now I'm going to show y'all my apex bead again. Like I said, you just want to make sure, depending on how long your nails are, how wide your nails are, how curved your nails are, this is going to depend on how many beads and what kind of big beads you use. Big, small, extra small, medium. It honestly just depends on what kind of nails you're doing for that nail set. Since I am doing duck nails and since I'm doing short duck nails, I do not have to place that many beads or that many big beads on this nail because it's small. And now I'm just going to go in with my cuticle bead. As you can see, that cuticle bead is nowhere near my cuticle. I'm basically placing that bead. It's very runny. It's not very runny, but it's kind of, runny a little bit, because you definitely want to place that bead away from your cuticle area and let it just flow naturally into the cuticles, because you don't want to place too much acrylic in your cuticle area because it will flood your cuticle area, and you do not want that, because it doesn't just work out with your client's nails. They're gonna lift very quickly, and they're not gonna last as long as they should last. But as you can see, I'm just basically cleaning up her side wall. Next, I'm gonna move on to the next nail, and I'm gonna remain quiet doing this clip because I just want to let you guys see how I work with this acrylic application without explaining everything to you guys how I did in the past clips. I do want to say something before I do hush. I'm going to place this bead, and look how this bead look. It definitely wasn't a bead that I was confident in, I guess I can say. I didn't like how it came out, but I still worked with it. I want you guys to know that if you get a bead and you like, ugh, that bead wasn't just so good, you can always work with that bead. You can always make it work. The only time I feel like you can't make a bead work is when it's too dry. If your bead is dry, it won't even lay on the nail correctly. It'll just plop off of the nail. So, you can always work with your beads. All right, guys, moving on to the thumb. The last but not least, you know what I mean? I definitely love a good thumb application, y'all. A lot of I have noticed a lot of nail techs struggle with acrylic application on the thumbs, and I struggled with acrylic application on the thumbs when I first started out. And I really don't know why, but it's just something I feel like every nail tech struggle with. But I love a good thumb application. I notice a lot of nail techs don't even post the thumb application in their pictures or in their thumbnails just in general, in their posts or in their videos. They always leave out the thumb. And that's because I feel like the thumb is just a tricky, thing to work with. But I honestly love thumb applications now that I got the hang of actually like applying my acrylic on a thumb on a thumb. I love it. So I had to include this clip because I just feel like this was the best application in the whole entire acrylic process that I just showed you guys. I definitely want you guys to see how I went in with these beads, and they were just so buttery smooth and went down so smooth and just gave me a smooth application. Like, y'all, look at this. Look at it. I'm obsessed. It just came out so smooth and so neat. Like, look at it. Oh my God. Alright guys, so this is how her nails look straight after the acrylic application. Next, I'm going to go in with my 5-in-1 drill bit to seal her cuticles. You definitely want to be careful with sealing cuticles with a drill bit like this because they're very coarse. I have a couple of these ranging from small to this size. It's a good cuticle sealer, and it's a good debulker for acrylic nails. But as you can see, I'm going in slowly around her cuticle area and making sure I seal her cuticles. Sealing cuticles is very important for acrylic applications because you don't want all of that build up to be around your cuticle area, and you definitely want to make sure you seal it so it won't be like no open holes or anything that water or liquid can leak through and cause lifting very early in the nail set. Next, I'm gonna go in with shaping her nails. As you can see, I'm holding my file kind of at an angle, definitely for these duck nails because they're that shape. They're a duck shape, so you have to hold your file just a different way. And as you can see, I'm gonna go straight into my side walls, and I'm just gonna basically buff out my side walls and stuff and buff her surface. And I'm gonna make sure I get under my nails too, just in case I didn't catch some of that acrylic and it leaked under the nails. But I'm gonna let you guys watch this process. The shaping is basically the same thing I do in the rest of my other videos, and I've explained it multiple times on how I shape. And so I'm just gonna let you guys watch this and let y'all catch some stuff that I do that can probably help you guys without me rumbling in the background. Now I gotta roll with ice. All these brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. CJ Ack, now I gotta roll with ice. Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. Alright guys, so these are how her nails look after I am done y'all, look at this. Look at the apex. Look at the side walls. Just, y'all, this is a bomb application. I'm just in love. Next, I'm going to go straight into buffing her nails. Making sure I get all of those fine lines that my 88 grit file did make as I was shaping the nail. Guys, after I am done shaping, I'm going to go in with my 90% alcohol and make sure I drench her nails in this alcohol so I can remove all of that dust and debris from her nails. And then I'm going to go straight in with my manicure brush and I'm just gonna scrub and get all of that dust. I am gonna send my client to the restroom to wash her hands just a little bit more to get some of that dust off so we can start her nail art. So I'm gonna go in straight with my gel top coat, as you can see, before I start any of my nail design that I'm gonna be doing on my client today. Alright, you guys, so after I'm done applying her top coat to every single nail, now I'm gonna go in straight to my Frenchies. And I know that the picture had white Frenchies, but I do inspo sets, and I take everything that my client give me into consideration, but I like to make it my own, kind of. So I asked her what her favorite color was. She said pink, and I had different shades of pink. I said, are you more of like a lighter pink or hot pink? She chose this hot pink, so we're gonna go in with this hot pink and start making her Frenchies. With my Frenchies, y'all, Frenchies are, people think they're the easiest to do with the nail set. They are not. They're very time consuming. I feel like a lot of nail techs do their Frenchies different, and I definitely do my Frenchies different. I don't create the outline to a Frenchie, like, you know how some nail techs, draw the line, and then a line down there. I don't. I just go in straight with one line like I'm doing right now, and then I go straight in with the other line. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time, 99% of the time, I get even like the same exact French on the other nail too. This is just my way of doing my Frenchies. I love how I do my Frenchies, and my clients love how I do my Frenchies. So I'm just gonna let you guys see me do this process. It didn't take me long because she only had Frenchies like on 6 of her nails in total. As you can see, one line right there, and then another line right here. Bam. I'm not going to say as simple as that because it's not simple. It took me a long time to get my Frenchies like this. It's just more of like, you just have to repeat it. And the more that you do it, the more you get better at it. And the easier you will get at it. And you will find easier ways to do it too. Alright guys, so after I am done with her French tips, and I did go in with a second coat off camera, I'm gonna go in with this glitter gel polish, and this is what I'm gonna be using to make her French tips on her 2 middle nails, because these are gonna be her 2 bling junk nails that I'm gonna be creating on these 2 fingers right here. As you guys can see, I'm gonna go straight in with that glitter gel polish, and I'm gonna make her French tips for this finger and her middle finger. These don't have to be perfect, and the reason why I say that is because it's just basically an illusion in the background of your bling, so you won't have to apply so much bling on the nail to make it look bulky. You don't want it to look bulky. But this is basically just a background illusion. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just an outline so you can know where to put your diamonds at for this Bling French tip. Alright, y'all, so next, after I'm done applying that gel polish, I'm going to go in with my rhinestone glue. I'm going to make sure that I place enough glue on this nail so we can start applying her bling. But first, I'm going to go in with this Hello Kitty charm, and I'm going to place that, and then I'm going to go straight in with the gems, and I'm going to start placing the rhinestone so we can start making that bling Frenchie for her. Alright, you guys, so this is how her two fingers look on her right hand, I believe, that I did, or whatever, y'all know what I mean. This is how they look. Very cute, you know. It's giving Y2K junk set, of course. Then I'm gonna show you guys how I did the other nail with the star. Basically, I just placed a different rhinestone, and a different charm, and placed the rhinestones. Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. And bam, y'all, these are the finished results to this full in-depth acrylic nail application that I did for you guys today. I definitely loved how these nails came out. They're very cute, very neat, and it's just something cute to look at, and she definitely did love them. Just look at them, guys. They're very cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you would like to see more videos of me doing nails on actual clients. And if you would, just leave me a comment in that comment area. Bye.